blockers make una rest, media and all done too much. And all done too much. Every time, waiting not dey real, waiting be real, everything, and I go just dey manipulate am. See, not everything you see on social media is true. Not everything when you see for internet be true. All this while we don't hear of waiting people. They talk about His Excellency Ahmed Tinubu. He can't do this, he can't do that, he do this, he do that. Today I can't say no, let me go and confirm myself. I personally use my leg, carry myself, go Presidential Campaign Council. That is Tinubu Presidential Campaign Council, where they central area for Abuja. I can't enter inside. They can't carry me go meet the madam where they in charge of all the campaign group for His Excellency Ahmed Tinubu. I can't say, madam, see wetin we dey hear for social media. Not true? They can't say, my son, thank God say you come. Oh. You be person where be say you like truth. And in a few minutes, I go play everything when that woman talk. If you hear am, even you as a person go start to regret all those things when you don't talk or no, all those laugh, all those mockery when you don't mock or no. Now you go by yourself, they ask God for forgiveness. So I want to advise every Nigerian, don't just jump into conclusion. Don't always jump into conclusion. It is good for you to verify. This man that the media have painted so badly is not bad. It's not bad. So briefly, you'll be hearing what Madam have to say. It is a privilege to even have an interview with such a great personality. So make una sit down. Make una no come on. Man, listen to what Madam talk about His Excellency, the former governor of Lagos State.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you can see, we are here live at APC Presidential Campaign Council, and with me is a noble personality as far as Tinubu campaign presidential race is concerned. My privilege will be knowing her name. She will be introducing herself and her portfolio also.
Good morning, good afternoon, Nigerians. It's nice to have you around. My name is Dr. N. Lilian Ogbole. I am the Coordinator General of the famous Operation Deliver FCT to APC. The mandate of the group basically is to ensure that come 2023, against all odds, the FCT, as it were, is delivered to APC from top to bottom for obvious reasons. And the group is not relenting in any way. We are doing everything within the confines of the law to ensure that people are well informed, to ensure that we take the good message of APC as a party, as Siwaju, as a personality, and of course other senatorial and House of Representative candidates, what they represented in the past, what they represent now, and of course what they are capable of doing in the future. That is the mandate of the group, and we are working assiduously, as it were, to get that done.
The presidential flag bearer of APC, what makes you think that he will be able to deliver Nigeria to that particular level that Nigerians want or wish for the country?
Well, it's very simple. I have a lot of confidence in his personality. I have a lot of confidence in his ability. I have a lot of confidence in his credibility. My confidence is premised on his legacies, his track record, his relationship with people across all the sections, or across all sections rather, and the way he's been able to tutor people to greatness. And these men and women he has mentored in the past are also mentoring others. He has always been an achiever, right from his days as the governor of Lagos State. He brought about unprecedented development. He laid the foundation of the Lagos that we all know today. And of course, it was a story of from trash to greatness. Lagos that used to be the center of trash, hoodlums, criminal elements, and so on and so forth. Today, as it were, is ranking the fastest, the third fastest growing economy in Africa. That's a giant stride there. And any man who could achieve that in Lagos within that short period of time, of course, you should know that if given a bigger opportunity, he will do even more. For development, you can go on and on and on and on. And of course, this is courtesy of the foundation that His Excellency Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu laid in 1999. So, with his track records, I think that the only viable person among them that is considered capable and of course with visionary leadership, like we all know, is Asiwaju. And that is why people like us are here. We are not here for any other thing. We are here because we believe that Nigeria must survive. It's non-negotiable. Nigeria must grow beyond the level that we are now. Fortunately, Buhari has laid the foundation, and I know he's going to build on it because he's a man that believes very much in continuity. He has shown that in the past. He came up with a blueprint, and that is what Lagos is following up to today, with clear-cut statement of action. They've not deviated from it, and that is why Lagos is on the path of unprecedented development.
Yeah, permit me to hold you to your word, your premise on Lagos and what you did personally in Lagos. How will you argue it? Because a lot of political actors has come out to say that Lagos' developmental trajectory has been right from the colonial era, that the impact of your principle, is not muchly felt or positive as narrated. So how do you argue it to disprove whatever testimony they have given?
You see, we are playing politics. And because politics is a game that is associated with running people down, there's nothing you don't expect to hear. I don't need to go too far with that regards. I was in Lagos before 1999. I was in Lagos. I lived at Solere, and I know what Lagos looked like. It's not a fairy tale. It's not what any man or anyone told me. I'm talking about a first-hand information. I knew what Lagos was. Lagos was a place where once it's 6 o'clock, you have no business with Ojo Elegba. You have no business with Adenira Agunsaya roundabouts. Because if you go there with your bag or your other belongings, you are sure that you're not going to come back with those things. I'm talking about what I experienced. I'm talking about what I saw, what I know. Not what anybody told me, not what any politician told me. But today is a different story altogether. All the hoodlums were converted to space keepers, either as security men, as gardeners, as LASA officials, and so on and so forth. It's clear, it's evident, it's what everybody knows. Even the people saying all this, they know the truth. They're saying it because they have an interest that is conflicting with his. And of course, the only way is to run him down. If not, there is no man, no woman who knew Lagos in 1999, and of course, knowing Lagos today, that would not hail Asiwaju for what he did. He has done a lot. He was able to achieve a lot. That is even just in the area of security. Every good thing in Nigeria started from Lagos since 1999. I'm talking about every good developmental stride. When you talk about broad-based economic policy, talk about the TSA, you talk about what else? You talk about moving Lagos from almost no revenue generation states to, there was a paradigm shift in that regards. A state that was getting like 600 million naira every month as their revenue generation got to about 8-point-something billion a month. What a stride.
And it's still growing.
And it's still growing. It's growing by the day. That is on the other side. If you talk about utilizing the lands, every land has been properly utilized. Every land in Lagos is properly utilized. It has gone so far that they were able to reclaim the land from the waters. And today you have globe-class edifices and skyscrapers occupying those lands. Lagos has been so beautified that If you go to Lagos today and go there the next month, you won't even be able to find your way. It's courtesy of the foundation that this guy has laid. Fortunately or unfortunately, you will agree with me that most of the people who contested with him have also held political offices in various capacities, either as a governor or a former vice president or something. Let us see what they have done. We can weigh them. We can make comparison, practical comparison, not fairy tale, not make-believe, not fabrications and speculations. What were they able to achieve when given the opportunity to do so? They were not able to do much. Atiku is there, we all know what he represents. What he represented mostly was the SPV, the special purpose vehicle. That is what he's known for, and other atrocities. Obi is there also, he's a pathological liar. What were his achievements? Let us make them known. His biggest achievement was the Lagabia company, and it fell immediately he left the office. He was not able to build men and women that would have taken over from him. He had no mentee. Asiwaju has mentees that can always do even exceedingly more than he has done. He has always been a selfless Nigerian. He's the only Nigerian that has actually mentored people and even taken them to heights that are above his. For instance, the Vice President of Nigeria is one of his mentees, or was one of his mentees. When he became the Vice President of Nigeria, the highest Asiwaju had attained was the governor of Lagos State, as a matter of fact. And I can go on and on and on and on. Beyond that, for me, he is the most liberal and detribalized Nigerian alive today. And I will tell you why. There is no section of the Nigerian entity where Asiwaju, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, does not have people he has mentored to heights. There's none. In Benue State, in Lagos State, in Anambra, in Kogi State, everywhere. He has a spread across the sections of the Nigerian entity. That is what leadership is. A visionary leader, a selfless leader. The man that knows that Nigeria is one and a singular entity. The man that has always been a bridge builder. The man that has always believed in unifying Nigeria. That is who we're talking about. The man that has not just said that merely, but has gone to prove it by his actions and inactions. That is the man we're talking about here. The man with unusual intelligence and visionary leadership. That is the person we're talking about. A man that has done it before, willing to do it again, and can actually do it again. That is who we're talking about. For me, Nigeria is beyond individuals. Nigeria is beyond any tribe. Nigeria is beyond any cluster of people. Nigeria has to exist, and exist in earnest. Nigeria is a nation. We are brothers and sisters. And also, what should matter to us most is the development and existence, real existence and unity of Nigeria. This is what Asiwaju has always stood for, and this is what he still stands for. And that is why, for me, he's the most suitable man for the job. A lot of insinuations are going on here and there. He's sick, he's this, he's that, he's weak, he's this and all. They're all lies. Pathological lies. I have seen him countless number of times. I've had reasons to interact with him. I work with him. I know that the guy in question is okay. He's doing very... In fact, he's the most intelligent man I've seen recently. I don't think there's any Nigerian who is as intelligent as Asiwaju as I speak to you today. The way he approaches issues, his vocabulary, the way he handles issues and matters are amazing. You're in the other way, he's on the other side. And of course, when you come to a conclusion, you know that he's far better than you. This guy stays awake till 4 a.m. every day on daily basis. I can tell you this categorically. I'm not insinuating and I'm not lying. For me, I have vowed on my honor never to lie to Nigerians, because I know that Nigeria supersedes and is above every man, every woman, and what have you. So I am a Nigerian that is patriotic in the real sense of it. Patriotic because I want to see Nigeria exist. Patriotic because I want to see Nigeria develop, so we can compete favorably among other committees of nations. That is what I stand for, and that is why I'm here. There's nothing anybody can tell me about Asiwaju. I have taken my time to know him, to read him, to accept him accordingly. And I think that he's the best thing that can ever happen to Nigeria, particularly at this very volatile time. We need a personality like him, and that is why we are all here. And I want to appeal to all Nigerians, all well-meaning Nigerians and patriots who really want to see Nigeria develop in earnest, so that we all can be happy. We have a system that is devoid of crime, a system that is devoid of security problems, a system that is devoid of ethno-religious problems, so that we can forge ahead as a great nation, as the giant and the pride of Africa. This is the dream I have for Nigeria, and this should be the dream that all well-meaning Nigerians should have for this country called Nigeria.
Yeah, thank you very, very much. You've said a lot of things that has kept my mouth muzzled. They are factual, fundamental, and even more convincing. While we were talking, a lot of things came into my mind, like Tinubu campaign organization are not really doing enough to sink this, especially to the mind of the youth. Because you've said a lot of things that, yes, I believe they are provable, and nobody will hear this and want to go back on their thoughts. So, in kind of admonishment, I think there should be a platform that should be in place to tell or sing this to Nigerians.
Well, thank you very much. You're right, because it's never enough. Like I told you, I'm the Coordinator General of Operation Deliver FCT to APC. That is one of the thousands of platforms of very young people, vibrant young Nigerians, of matured minds, of elderly people who are out to ensure that this project becomes a reality. It is true that we need to drive the information more to the rural areas, more to every nook and cranny of the Nigerian society, so that they can judge based on merit, not mediocrity. We are doing that. We will continue to do that. We'll also intensify our effort to ensure that the few available days before the election, more and more of this is done, and we'll be able to achieve our aim by the grace of God.
All right. Finally, in summary, I don't know if you can tell us that particular thing you think he will do differently if he eventually emerge as the president of Nigeria.
Well, he has always done everything differently, because he's a man that thinks globally and acts locally. Okay. He knows that he knows very much about the culture. He knows very much about the way of life of the people. He knows very much about the desire of the people, what they are yearning for, what they need to have, what they don't need to have, and so on and so forth. What is different is his approach. What is likely to be different is his approach. For instance, I was in a meeting a few days ago with one of his key staff, and then he was asked to talk on how to be able to raise funds to salvage Nigeria from further indebtedness. In 3 minutes, he was able to dissect the problem and, of course, provide solutions to them immediately. These were solutions that were explicit, crystal clear, that they could be achieved in no distance time. Ideas have not been the problem we have in Nigeria, no. There's no idea that is not out there. They are all either documented or being said on the television every day, on the radio, or in the prints, and so on and so forth. What has been the problem is implementation. He has proved himself beyond every reasonable doubt that he could always implement all reforms, all transformational reforms that he comes on board with. And that is what we are hoping very greatly that he will do when he becomes the president of Nigeria by February 2025. He should be able to come up with broad-based reforms that will further transform the economy, that will further robust the entire Nigerian society for all and sundry, so that we can be happy. We can also take our space as the true giant of Africa. Beyond Nigeria, I also see Asiwaju as a man who will relay and restore the soul of the African continent. A man who will bring about resurgence, African Union. A man who will fight genuinely for the unity of the African continent. Africa is the greatest continent in the world, but for some careless leadership problems, that is why we are here where we are today. I see Asiwaju as a gift to mankind, a gift to Nigeria, and of course, a gift to the African continent. That is why God has kept him alive for a mission such as this that he has embarked on, so that he can relay the foundation of the Nigerian entity and, of course, restore the dignity of man in our domain. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Jay, una don use una ear here waiting Dr. Ene talk. If you think say e get anything wey dey there wey not be true, oya come out now, come contest am, come argue am. See, this is just to let you know that yes, as an educated person, it's not everything you just give into. It's not everything. You have to go and do verification. And I promise you that this period before the 2023 election finally takes place, which is 24 days from now, I will be moving from one place to another to verify most of the assertion online. So you on your own can judge yourself. So thank you, Dr. Ene. I don't even know how to thank you. I don't even know how to thank you. Thank you. I believe that a lot of Nigerians, especially Nigerian youth, will hear this and be convinced that yes, social media is not the best place to make the right judgment. Thank you.